In this lecture, we discuss on quadratic shape function. Now, linear shape function interpolate properties within the element. But such assumption introduce degree of error. So, to avoid this error, we use the quadratic shape function. Now we discuss on a relationship between local and natural coordinates. Now here we consider 3 node one dimensional element. So here 3 node means 1 node, 2 node and node 3. So if we represent this 3 node element into local coordinate system, then node 1 is given by is x1 distance away from the origin, node 2 is x2 distance away from the origin, and node 3 is x3 distance away from the origin. Now if we consider point P on this element, then we say that point P is x distance away from the origin. Similarly, if we represent this 3 node one dimensional element into natural coordinate system, then we say that node 1 is at zeta is equal to -1, node 2 is at zeta is equal to +1, node 3 is at zeta is equal to 0, and point P is zeta distance away from the point 3. Now if we represent the relationship between local coordinate system and natural coordinate system, then this is given by zeta is equal to 2 into the bracket x minus x3 divided by x2 minus x1. Now quadratic shape function. So we says that in linear shape function, properties in the element are not linear. So to represent this non-linear properties, we use quadratic shape functions here. Now here 3 shape functions are found. Shape function n1 is given by -1 by 2 zeta into 1 minus zeta, n2 is given by 1 by 2 zeta into 1 plus zeta, n3 is given by 1 plus zeta into 1 minus zeta. So here we consider 3 theory. First theory is linear shape function. So here shape functions are given by these two equations, and relationship between local and natural coordinate system is given by this equation. Similarly, for quadratic shape function is given by these 3 equations, and relationship between local and natural coordinate system is given by this equation. Now for CST element, shape function is given by these 3 equations, and relationship between local and natural coordinate system is given by these 2 equations. Now we discuss on analysis of beam element. Now consider a beam element shown in figure with 2 nodes, node 1 and node 2. It has 2 degrees of freedom, means node 1 has transverse deflection V and rotation theta. Similarly, node 2 has transverse deflection V and rotation theta. So total degree of freedom per element is 4. Now displacement vector from figure is given by v1 theta 1, v2 theta 2. This one is our equation A. Now if we write the element stiffness matrix, then this is given by EI divided by L cube into the matrix 12 6L. Now write this opposite of this 12 and 6L, minus 12 6L. Now second row is 6L 4L square. Now write the opposite. 6L is minus 6L and 4L square become 2L square. Now write down the opposite of this row 1. So minus 12 minus 6L minus 12 is become positive 12 and minus 6L. Similarly, we write the opposite of this second row but from the reverse side. 6L 2L square minus 6L 4L square. This is our equation number B. Now from this figure, if we consider that load is acting on this beam, then our figure looks like this. Let's consider UDL is acting on this beam. So we says that this is our force F1 and this is our force F2. This is our moment at node 1 and this is our moment at node 2. Now if we says that total load is PL, then we says that our force become PL by 2 and PL by 2 and moment becomes PL square by 12, and here at node 2 moment becomes minus PL square by 12. Similarly, with using this diagram, here force is F1, force is F2 at node 2, and moment at node 1 is M1 and at node 2 moment is M2. We write down the force vector, which is PL by 2, PL square by 12 into PL by 2 minus PL square by 12 plus F1 M1 F2 M2. Okay, thank you.